Hi everyone, it's Andrea and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with a new Playing With Me video for my February 2023 bullet journal setup. And honestly, as much as I do love seeing other people's Valentine's theme spreads for February, I'm not a huge fan of making those, but I wanted to do something floral for this month. So I decided to make different yellow and orange flowers as well as some leaves to fill out the negative space. And it's not my first time doing a cover like this where I just draw a circle and fill them out with different shapes. I think I did one for November 2020 or 2021 and another one that was fall themed. And it's honestly always a really enjoyable process to me, just seeing a blank circle getting filled out with all of the different doodles and colors, and it's really relaxing. And now talking a bit about my plans for this month, the day I'm posting this video, which is January 30th, is my first day of my 4th semester as a chemistry major. And that is just incredibly crazy for me. I feel like because I started university during the pandemic, time has really flown by for me. And I just can't believe that I've gotten this far already. I'm pretty much almost halfway through my degree, and that is just mind-blowing. And the part of me is really excited to go back to school because I'm the kind of person who really enjoys having a set routine and structured schedule. And also, I do love my degree and what I'm learning, so it is exciting to get back to school and learn some new things. But at the same time, I'm not really ready to go back to the super early mornings and late nights just doing homework and hours of studying. But going back to school also is something really exciting for my content because I will be able to show you my routines, different study techniques, and just study vlogs. And I really enjoy creating that type of content, so I'm excited for that. And at the same time, I think that having a bullet journaling theme like this will also be helpful for me to de-stress during the start of the new semester because although this theme is a bit time-consuming, it is also really simple and relaxing to create. So now, after that small life update, let's go back to talking about the bullet journal spread. And honestly, while I was creating this theme, I really debated adding the black outline to each individual flower, or just leave it with the orange and darker yellow shadows, which is a look that I really loved. However, I did feel like the outline made the flowers pop a bit more and stand out from the leaves surrounding them. And as for the quote that I chose for this month, I found it on Pinterest, and it is, "Be the energy you want to attract." And this is something that I really want to start doing in my life more often because I have felt that when I have a more positive mindset, even the most seemingly boring and routine things can be an exciting moment, and I feel like having this attitude will really help me during the start of the semester. And finally, after lettering the quote, I just finished outlining all of the flowers and added this blue highlight to some keywords. The next spread that I made is my monthly spread, and as I probably said in pretty much all of my Plan With Me's, this is one of my favorite spreads to make and use. I didn't really use it as much when I first started bullet journaling, but it's just really helpful for me to write down some important dates that I want to remember in the future and just some of my main tasks for the month. Then I leathered the month February and went over again with my Tombow Fudenosaki brush pen just to make the writing a bit bolder. And something else that I really wanted to talk about during this video is my new organization system. Throughout all of my high school years, bullet journaling was my main organization system as I did have lots of more free time to create all of these spreads. And also, I didn't really have as much personal tasks and lots of assignments that I needed to write down. But as years had gone by and I've started my university degree, I've realized that bullet journaling is simply not the most efficient organization method for me anymore. And during my first semesters, I was really trying to make it work out. It was a bit easier for me to keep up with it during first semester because that one was completely online. But I also realized that I was leaving lots of weekly spreads that I made blank, or simply not being able to create a spread at all and just using some post-it notes or digitally planning. And while I knew that changing my organization system was what was better for me, I didn't really want to let the bullet journal go because it was my creative outlet and something that I have enjoyed for so many years. But for this semester, I finally decided to make the switch. I bought a pre-made physical agenda because I do enjoy having a physical planner, and that one will be used for all of my academic and personal planning. And I will be using my bullet journal for more of my goals and personal growth journey, as well as for content creation planning. So for example, all of my video ideas and different habits that I want to add into my daily life will be tracked down here, as well as just making some creative spreads and having fun with it. Summing up on all of that, because I feel like I talked a lot, as I transitioned into university, I felt like bullet journaling wasn't working as a main organization system for me anymore. So this semester I decided to change into a pre-made agenda and just see how it works out. And will be using bullet journaling as a creative outlet and to keep track of my goals and my content creation process. And while I'm talking about that, it's a perfect moment to transition into this next spread that I've been incorporating recently, which is a spread dedicated to my goals. I feel like in the past I used to be the kind of person who just wrote down a long list of complex goals, and then I feel discouraged because I wasn't able to accomplish them. So recently I've been trying to switch my goal setting process. So now when I'm setting goals, I try to limit the number of them that I'm setting at a certain time, as well as instead of just stating the end goal, I add the different actions that I will be following through in order to achieve them. So for this spread, I decided to add the space to set 4 different goals, and I didn't film my whole goal setting process because I wanted to have a more mindful moment with myself as I was doing it, but the 4 goals are focused on: first, my new semester; second, content creation; third, establishing a healthy routine; and fourth, being present. And the next spread that I did for this setup, I haven't done one of this in quite a while, but it is a habit tracker, and I think it will help me stay accountable as I try to set more healthy and solid routines during this new semester. And honestly, I'm not usually the most consistent with my habit trackers, but as I've switched my focus with my bullet journal to be more centered on my goals and self-growth, I hope that I will be able to stay more consistent with this spread. Something else that I've been trying to do with my bullet journaling themes is trying to use more diverse color palettes, because I feel like I always used to stick to the same 4 colors that I used in every single spread. And honestly, I do have a pretty large stationery collection, so it would truly be a shame for me to not use the rest of all of those colors. And if you watch any of my previous videos or seen my spreads on my Instagram account, I usually use more neutral colors as well as pink, purple, and blue, so this color palette is a bit different for me, but I've been really enjoying it. And first, when I was creating this spread, I was only planning to add the flowers at the side, but then I felt like it looked a bit empty, so I decided to add some more flowers in between the tiny calendars. And finally, for this setup, I felt like it really needed a weekly spread, especially for this week, since it's gonna be my first week of the semester. It will be full of goal setting and reflecting. For this spread, I decided to go with a more structured layout, so I just divided the page in 8 different sections, as well as left some space on the side for adding flowers. And I decided to go for a more structured spread because even though I do love creating the more free, rolling, unstructured weekly spreads, I felt like for goal setting it would be a bit easier to have pre-made boxes so I could plan everything in advance. And honestly, I've just been reconnecting with my bullet journaling for this past month and it has been really great for me. I'm still getting back into the habit of creating all of these spreads as well as having different ideas for them because I felt like throughout 2020 and 2021 when I used my bullet journal far more consistently and also spent much more time consuming bullet journaling content, I was always full of different ideas to create super creative and different spreads. But for now, just doing simple classic spreads is working amazing for me. So I'll take this as a reminder for myself that it is okay to not create something extremely new, creative, and groundbreaking every time I grab my bullet journal, and that there's nothing wrong with just making the same simple spreads that have worked for me in the past. So now that I have this new approach with bullet journaling as I start my new semester, I'm really excited to see if this will be a way for me to stay more organized and consistent with it throughout the semester. But I also have to remember that I do have a very academically challenging degree, so it's totally fine if I do take time off from it. And finally, going back to talking about the bullet journal spread, I'm outlining the last flowers of this spread. I truly enjoyed creating this theme. It was something that was really relaxing and a mindful moment for me. So that's it for this February bullet journal setup. I really enjoyed making these spreads, as I've said many times throughout the video, and I hope that you enjoyed watching it as well. I'm really excited for all the content that will be coming up now that I'm starting a semester again, and I hope to see you next video. Bye!